Cordelia?
What did you come here for? Was it to kill me or was it just to scare me away?
What the hell are you talking about? I had no idea you were even here.
You're lying. Sophie must have told you.
Sophie? I haven't even talked to Sophie. She's been rather cool with me ever since I admitted I couldn't stand Mark.
Hugo?
Look, we just came here to get Isabel's painting. That one.
Hugo!
Hang on a second. You'll never guess who I found.
Why would Mark have Isabel's painting?
She lent it to him. To cheer him up, I suppose. She can be very kind and generous, you know, when she feels like it. But don't worry, I don't suppose she ever actually went to bed with him.
Cordelia?
Is the painting in Mark's bedroom and yours, Isabel?
Oh, yes,
Well, then why did you come to get it in the middle of the night? Why not during the day?
It was Hugo's idea. He did not want anyone to see us and wonder why we are here.
Why tonight?
We were at the stupid ball. It was on our way home.
Just tell me what happened the night Mark died, Isabel. When you visited him here?
I did not visit him.
I told you the other night. We were at the theatre with Davy and Sophie. Don't you ever believe anyone?
Not when they're lying, no. I'm going to see Dr. Callender tomorrow. If you don't tell me the truth, I'll tell him that you're both involved in his son's death. It'll be up to him if he phones the police. But if he does, I'm afraid that Isabel won't stand up to even 5 minutes interrogation.
You won't let her, will you?
You do realise that they found traces of lipstick on Mark? Same colour as Isabel's.
Hugo.
Okay. I could do with a drink, Cordelia.
Well, go on then.
You're right. Isabel didn't come to the theatre with us.
What are you saying?
I did book 4 tickets, but Isabel isn't very keen on shows with a cast of less than 50, so at the last moment she pretended she had a headache.
I did have a headache.
And as soon as we left for our dose of culture, she popped off to see Mark. Isn't that right?
What time was this?
Just after 7:30.
What happened?
He was already dead. His body was hanging from the bed.
Come on. You've got to tell her now. Being rich and beautiful can't protect you from real life forever.
When I found Mark, he did not look like he did later. He had nothing on except for a black brassiere and black lace panties. And there was lipstick all over his mouth like a clown. There were pictures of naked women on the table there.
He asphyxiated himself. It's supposed to increase sexual satisfaction. Apparently quite common these days.
So you're saying that Mark's death was an accident?
Obviously. It was just horrible bad luck. He must have slipped, or the belt must have got too tight.
I don't believe it. What happened next, then?
She came back to the theatre and found us, and all 4 of us drove back here.
Why?
What do you mean, why? We didn't want him to be found like that. It was my idea, actually. I thought the least we could do was to get his own clothes back on him and get rid of the lipstick. Okay, I didn't like him. But I'm not a complete bastard, despite what you think. He didn't deserve to be remembered like that.
When we came back, Mark wasn't dressed like he was before.
What do you mean?
He was dressed in his jeans. There was no makeup, no naked pictures.
So someone else had changed him?
Yes. And there was a typed note, too, in verse.
The suicide note. Are you sure it wasn't there before?
Well, I think I'm sure, but how can I be completely sure?
We have told you everything now, really.
Well, that's good.
So, what are you planning to do about it?
I'll think of something.
You still don't really believe us, do you?
You haven't exactly gone out of your way to tell me the whole truth, have you?
Good night.
Someone did kill Mark. It was not an accident. You will find them, won't you? Hugo, wait!
Cordelia? I put lots of sugar in. It's good for shock. Here you are. Now, as soon as you finished it, straight to bed, yes?
How did you know I was there?
Well, I couldn't sleep, so I went for a walk. I saw a coil of rope lying by the well, and then I saw the cover wasn't quite in place, and then I saw the padlock had been smashed.
Why were you walking near the well?
It's a miracle I was, isn't it? I used to come here at night, you see, and sit and think about my fiancé, but now I can't, so I dream about him instead.
What do you mean?
Oh, I don't blame you, my dear. Really, I don't. No, I'm delighted the place is being used.
You weren't when Mark used it.
Wasn't I? Such a long time ago.
It's 3 weeks.
You must rest, my dear. You've had a terrible time, but it's all right now. I shan't leave you. I'm here to look after you.
No, please go.
What? Why?
I've got to find the person who did this to me.
Don't be foolish. You are in no fit state to do anything.
I've got to put the cover back on like it was. They'll want to make it look like an accident, so they'll have to come and pull the cover back off.
I shan't let you. You're not safe.
But I've got a gun.
No, you mustn't. I've grown very fond of you, Cordelia. Really very fond. I wasn't at first, I admit it. But things were different then.
You hung the bolster up, didn't you? You dressed it like Mark and hung it up to scare me off. You wanted the place back to yourself.
I didn't understand. You see, it's a life for a life, don't you see?
What?
It's a miracle. It's a real miracle. No, I stopped believing in God years ago when he took away my daughter. He let her wander away all on her own. And my fiancé and I were upstairs, but there was no cover on the well in those days, you see. She was 4. And now she's come back to me. It's so marvelous, can't you see?
No. You saved my life, and I will always be grateful for that, but I am not your daughter. Now, please. Go. For God's sake, go. Get out. Get out.
You all right in there?
I'm fine,
You don't look all right. You look bloody terrible.
thanks.
How about a coffee? There's a service station up the road.
Get lost.
Oh, come on. It'll do you the world of good. I'll take you.
I said, get lost.
Shit.
think I'd better take that, don't you?
Where's Dr. Callender?
I'm sorry, you can't see him. Miss Gray, Miss Gray, Miss Gray, no! I tried to stop her.
It's marvellous how the young always think their needs must come first. We shan't be long, Elizabeth. So, why this dramatic appearance at such a ridiculous hour? If it's to report that Lunn is dead, the police have already told me. Or have your investigations turned up something pertinent at last?
What did you expect me to discover?
Something more than childish fantasy. Clearly, you've achieved nothing. I made a mistake with you. But thank you for your time and effort.
I thought you wanted to know what I'd discovered.
What? More bizarre fantasies about Mark being murdered?
He was murdered. He was murdered by someone he knew so well that he didn't hesitate to let them into the summer house. And then he was strangled. Or suffocated. And strung up by his own belt. The murderer put lipstick on him, dressed him in women's underclothes, and spread naked pictures over the table, so it'd look like he'd strangled himself accidentally during a sexual experiment. It's quite common, I believe.
What are you talking about? Women's underclothes. He wasn't found like that.
Of course he wasn't. But that's why you employed me, isn't it? The real reason, I mean. Because you wanted to know why he hadn't been found in just the way you'd left him. You were desperate to know what happened to him after you killed him, weren't you? Must be that much-admired scientific curiosity of yours.
I employed you as a rather shameful but necessary public relations exercise to satisfy my backers. All right. Let's indulge your hypothesis for a moment. What happened next? After this obscene murder?
Someone came to the summer house and found Mark. They were so shocked that they went for help so that they could at least make him look decent. But when they came back, they found that someone else had done the job for them.
Who were all these people?
I'm not at liberty to tell you.
You don't really know much, do you, Miss Gray? Certainly not enough to convict whoever might have done this terrible thing to Mark. Not even enough to have them committed for trial, I should say. All you've done is antagonize me and a number of others with your extraordinary notions.
I also know why you killed him. At first I thought it was because Mark had discovered that you weren't his father, but that didn't make any sense. He'd found out that your wife wasn't his mother, hadn't he? And that terrified you.
Why should that affect me one way or the other?
Oh, of course it terrified you. You were petrified that Mark would make it all public. And then what would that nice Christian lady from the Wolvington Trust say? Fraud, illegitimacy, and a father who'd lied to his son all his life about who his real mother was. You'd have had to kiss goodbye to that money that she'd promised you, and then what would happen to your precious laboratory? The only thing that you've ever really cared about in your life.
I was at a college dinner on the night that Mark died, as numerous people will confirm.
You killed Mark before the dinner. You got Lunn to ring you during the meal and pretend to be Mark wanting to talk to you. That's your alibi. But then you discovered that somebody had found Mark's body during the evening. So you had to tell Benskin the truth, that it was really Lunn and not your son who rang.
Don't you find it distasteful to talk like that about a man who's just died? He was my right hand. Quite brilliant in his way. And without him, you don't have a shred of evidence. Merely slanderous allegations. And if you repeat a word of them outside this room, I'll destroy any reputation you might have and bankrupt your sorry little business.
How can you talk so calmly? Mark was your son. He was your son.
You've really no conception of the importance of the work we do here. Mark's death was necessary. Unlike most deaths, it served a purpose. It was for the public good. For the good of humanity, if you like. He should have been proud to die in such a cause.
You didn't think to ask him first.
It's not as if he was... How shall I put it? He wasn't a very valuable individual. In fact, he was a self-righteous prig. Who would seriously mourn his loss for more than 5 minutes? Isn't that what one has to ask? I'm afraid I didn't love him. Yes, I can see from the conventional look of shock on your face that you think I should have. What can I say? I'm a scientist. I report what I find, and I find that I didn't love him. Not at all. And if his own father didn't love him, who else would?
Oh. Oh. Mark was your son, wasn't he?
His son and mine. I've only ever loved two people. Both of them are now dead. I found this in his dress suit. The one he wore to the college dinner the night Mark died.
It was your lipstick. And you wiped it off Mark when you found him.
Change him into decent clothes, yes. Try to give him back some dignity.
What are you doing?
Phoning the police.
Why?
Why not? What does it matter now?
Losing your freedom matters. Going to prison matters. Do you think Mark would have wanted his mother sent to prison? Do you want the whole world knowing how horribly your son died and who killed him?
Tell me what I have to do.
Is there anyone else in the house?
No.
Right then, we have to act quickly and we have to trust each other.
What are you doing?
I think there's a firing residue, and I think the police can test for it. Now, wash your hands and get me a thin pair of gloves. Do as I say, quickly! I've wiped off your fingerprints, but they'll expect to find mine on it. Did Mark ask you to come and see him the day he died?
I told him I'd come round when I could.
Perhaps he was going to tell you that he knew you were his mother. You better put these back where you found them, and the lipstick.
Then what?
Then we work out our story, and then you call the police.
We don't talk to each other once they get here. We don't know each other. We don't even like each other.
If this works out, Miss Gray, there are things I suppose you have a right to know.
Will you tell the court how you came to be in possession of the gun, Miss Gray?
My employer, Pryde, left it to me when he committed suicide. I knew it was illegal, I'm afraid. I should have handed it over to the police, but I didn't. I've no excuses.
You say that Dr. Callender took the gun from you when you first met. That seems an extraordinary thing to do. Why did he do that?
He said he thought that being a private investigator must be a especially difficult job for a woman. I said that was a rather old-fashioned point of view. And anyway, if I had any problems, I had Bernie's gun. He didn't like that at all. He said he wouldn't employ anyone who had a firearm, and he made me hand it over.
So what did he do with the gun after he'd taken it from you?
He took it out of the room. I don't know where he put it.
Did you ever see it again, before you found the body?
No, never. Not until then.
Will you tell the court how you came to be in Dr. Callender's house at the time of his death?
I'd come to say that I was giving up the case. I hadn't discovered anything, and I'd come to the conclusion that it was wrong, taking money for prying into his son's private life. I'd been up all night worrying about it. That's why I was there so stupidly early.
How did Dr. Callender seem when you spoke to him?
Tired and depressed. All he could talk about was that his lab assistant had just been killed in a car accident.
Was Dr. Callender usually such an emotional man?
I believe not. In fact, Miss Leeming, his assistant, was shocked by the change in him. She was saying just that as we walked out to the car, and that's when we heard the shot.
I shall have to be grateful to you for the rest of my life. I'm not sure I like that.
I'm not sure I like being charged with illegal possession of a firearm, but I'll live with it. Anyway, there's no need to be grateful. I did it for Mark, not you.
There's your payment. You did what Ronald asked.
You said there were things I had a right to know. About you and Mark, I assume.
Ronald was desperate for a son, you see. Mainly because Evelyn's father had promised her $500,000 if she had one. I discovered I was pregnant about the same time she learned she was never going to conceive. It was so easy. She pretended she was pregnant. I took a flat in Camden, and then every couple of months the three of us flew to Italy, where I'd become Mrs. Callender and she'd be me. Then when she got back to England, she put on a bit more padding.
How could she put up with anything so humiliating?
Because she loved Ronald and didn't want to lose him. And of course she was religious. She was practicing self-deception. She persuaded herself it was all best for the child. And she did get the child.
For 9 months. Till she died. Did he kill her?
No. He wasn't always such a monster. I wouldn't have loved him if he had been. He grew worse, more frustrated as the years went by, and he had to accept that he wasn't great after all.
What? Can I ask you something? Did you really tell Dr. Callender that you weren't going on with the case? Well, I know you said you did at the inquest, but I've got to know you a bit better since Bernie died. And I think you're temperamentally incapable of giving up on a case once you've committed yourself to it. I think it's a great quality, and whatever it is you did find out, I'm not trying to wheedle it out of you. Gray's detective agency. Yes, I'll put her on. Chief Superintendent Ferguson.
Hello? Yes, I could do that. Goodbye. You'd like to see me at New Scotland Yard? Wednesday at 4.
Not much for one for small talk, is he?
I understand from Sergeant Maskell of the Cambridge Police that you told him you suspected Mark Callender was murdered. But you didn't mention it to the police after Dr. Callender's death. Or at the inquest. Why was that?
Because I decided that I was wrong.
Really?
Yes, really.
I've carried out a few investigations myself, Miss Gray. Just before Dr. Callender's death, you managed to trace Mark's mother's old nurse. And you asked her about his childhood and his parents' marriage. You also tracked down the doctor who looked after Mark's mother when she was ill. Then you rang Dr. Callender's doctor and found out his blood group. Oh, and I believe your secretary obtained a copy of Mark's grandfather's will.
She's not my secretary, she's my assistant.
Well, why did you do all that if it wasn't to find out who would gain most from Mark's death?
Well, that's just the point. I found out that no one stood to gain by it, as I'm perfectly sure that you did too.
So why didn't you tell the police about your fall down the well?
It was an accident. I wasn't aware that I'd broken any law by falling down a well. Why should I tell them about it?
Miss Markland said that after she rescued you, she wanted to stay with you. But you insisted you'd be fine. You said you weren't afraid because you had a gun. Is that right?
It's right that I said it, yes.
But you told the inquest Dr. Callender had taken your gun.
That's right. Miss Markland's an extremely disturbed woman. Well, I'd have said anything to get away from her. She was sobbing about her dead child. She actually thought that I was a child.
So what about the motorist who came up to you when you were asleep in your car a few hours later? He telephoned the police from a service station reporting he'd been threatened by a dark-haired young woman with a gun. Do you deny that?
Of course I do. He was drunk. I'm surprised he remembered anything. I threatened him with a spanner, actually. One I keep in the car, especially for people like him. I only wish I'd had the chance to hit him with it.
Would you like to hear my scenario for the night's events?
Yes.
I think Mr. Lunn threw you into the well. Then replaced the cover and came back later on to take it off again so it would look like an accident. You threatened him with a gun, but he escaped. Somehow. And you followed him, which is why he was driving so fast when he crashed.
I wasn't following him. I was going to see Dr. Callender.
At 6 in the morning.
I'd almost died. It was an accident, but I was still in a state of shock. I was going to tell him that I couldn't go on with the case. It was one of Bernie's rules. You remember Bernie? Always keep the client informed of any major developments.
At 6 in the morning, Miss Gray.
from me, Cordelia. It's nothing serious, isn't it? It must be, or Ferguson wouldn't want to see you again.
I think he just wants a few more points clarified.
And is that what he wanted yesterday?
In a way.
This does concern me. If you're determined to destroy this agency, I have a right to know. And it isn't just me, it's what Bernie put into it. If you want to know what I think it would be a terrible shame.
Please!
You see, I think Miss Leeming killed Dr. Callender, and you took pity on her. You cleaned the gun and then put it into Dr. Callender's hand so that his prints were on it. You made Miss Leeming wipe the firing residue off her hand onto his, which was particularly clever of you. That makes you an accessory after the fact, Miss Gray. Do you know how many years you can get for helping conceal a murder?
You've no evidence. Nothing at all.
Nor do we have any witnesses to any of it. First Lund, now Miss Leeming. She killed herself last night, sleeping pills washed down with whiskey in her son's bedroom. Mark was her son, wasn't he? I wanted you to know straight away.
She didn't kill Callender. He took the gun from me. He took the gun.
As you said at the inquest.
No, he did. He took the gun.
You don't have to come this afternoon. I shan't be needing you anymore. It's finished, as far as I'm concerned.
Why did you sack Bernie? All he ever wanted was to be a detective, and you wouldn't give him the chance.
It wasn't quite as simple as that. Though I did get rid of him, it's true.
Why?
If you really have to know, he was fine in uniform. But once he was in plain clothes, he was out of his depth. I kept him on as long as I could. Too long, very likely. I'll say one thing for him, though. I'd have never believed he was such a good teacher.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
We live to fight another day, do we?
Quite possibly. Why don't you take the rest of the day off?
You sure?
Turn off your Amstrad and go.
Is there anything I can get you before I go?
Yes. The calendar file, please.
You're not going to stay up all night, are you?
Not long, I promise. Thank you, Edith.